with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do His will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
American honor don't like no soldiers. For the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a child. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. La Lord Commander General Yohana ESPK. This is what Commander General Yohana. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on the yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Yo, menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander, and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bash and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God.
Salakia. Hey, wrong way, let's meet them people in your room. Come on. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK Milwaukee, coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group, period. I am Officer Kananya, coming to teach you a little bit about brotherhood, current events, and of course, the whole voting thing. Like, are we doomed if we vote, or are we doomed if we don't vote? That's going to be the topic of today, because often, especially the elder people, you know, they always ask me, because they always tell me that you need to vote. You know what I'm saying? You should be voting. Our people died because they voted. No, they said our people died for us to vote. And I said, no, they died because they voted. I don't mean to laugh, but that's the absolute truth, because what has changed since we started voting? Since we were able to vote, what has changed? I mean, these people that get in office, we didn't pick them. We ain't able to, sort them out and see, and actually see the candidates that we want to pick them in. If you really do research, the first 43 presidents was white, and I know damn well our people didn't vote them in. Our people didn't pick them out. Them white presidents didn't have none of us in mind when they was creating all these policies. Or let me retract that. They did have us in mind, but it wasn't for our benefit. It was for their benefit and for them to keep us underneath them as a whole, as Israelites. They passing votes and bills and certain things to make us you know, just the simple things like let's just start with the simplest thing to me is like jaywalking. Like they passed the bill and made that a law that you can't jaywalk. You can get a ticket for jaywalking. Like that's something so simple. Like why? Of course, if no cars coming in the middle of the street, we're gonna try to cross it to get to the other side to get to where we're going. But the so-called white man, nope, we can give you a ticket for that. You have to walk all the way down to. What if we almost late for something? Like the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he don't give a damn if you late for something, if you rushing. You better follow these rules that he has in place, or his consequences. And that's how the Lord is. You better follow these rules and regulations. In other words, statutes and commandments that he has in place for us to follow, or it's going to be consequences like there is now. Like we're in the time of consequences because our forefathers, you know, broke these covenants and wanted to join other nations and, you know, wanted to, you know, just can we all get along? That type of mentality where we can never get along. We have to be separate. Israelites has to be separate from all the rest of the heathen. I recommend you people out there, brothers and sisters that's tuning into the class, read the story of the Tower of Babel. You know what I'm saying? The Tower of Babel, that, and, you know, I always link in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah as well, because it kind of go hand in hand, because, you know, the Tower of Babel, where everybody had came together doing all kind of wickedness, and the Lord destroyed that place. Just like in Sodom and Gomorrah, everybody came together doing all kind of wickedness, the heathenistic activities, you know, of course, eating pork, celebrating these holidays, worshiping false gods, you know, things of that nature, to where he had to destroy that place as well. And that's what's going on in America today. You got so-called Christians wearing crosses on their neck. You got so-called Muslims, so-called black men, which we know that they are Israelites, but they worshiping some deity named Allah. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Not only that, these people worship, and it's a lot of things that they worshiping, these false gods. You got the people that were the Salaki, which is in the so-called conscious community. Is it still a conscious community, or did Cap just destroy the whole thing? Because ever since he was going through that series, it was like maybe I say about 6-7 years back when Cap Tazariak, you know, first started battling cats. I don't know how long ago, but it had to be that long ago back, where Cap Tazariak first started battling these people in the conscious community. It seemed like the pillars of the conscious community, you know, the new covenant, which is the polite people, that one light-skinned dude who kept saying that the woman is God. Sonetta, you know, he jump in back and forth challenging, but even him, these people is nowhere to be found. Well, Sonetta pop up here and there, but that's only because he's like a network on the internet. He records, you know, he's like the media guy, right? And that's the only way you see this dude. If he's recording something, or, you know, but as far as all that, the things that he used to do, Cap Tazariak just destroyed that whole thing, man. As far as the conscious community, which and that goes to show that everything that they were saying during those debates or during those little talking points on the streets of New York, it held no weight, because we still here, but you can't find them nowhere. You don't see the actions of them helping the people, helping the migrants. You don't see the actions of them getting our people out of this poverty. You don't see none of them type of actions from the conscious community. So we might as well just say, I think it's safe to say that there is no more conscious community. Thanks to the ISUPK, man. We destroyed that rhetoric, that logic, that nonsense, that foolishness. Shaka Amos with one dread hanging. That's look ridiculous, man. Slack to the men above. It just looked ridiculous. That's all I see is when I think of Shaka Amos, is that one dread he got in the middle of his head hanging. I don't know if it's weave or not, but that's all I think about. And it's safe to say that the conscious community is no more raps for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't find these cats on the streets. You can't see the works that they're doing in newspaper, in the media, nowhere. It was just something to challenge us. You know what I'm saying? And we see who prevailed in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Slot. Cap Cesario came through with a flaming sword of knowledge and just cut right through the conscious community until it was dust. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we got High Holy Day coming up October 2nd. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the Feast of the Blowing of the Trumpets or Salaki. 1 second. I'm gonna make sure. Salaki. Slocky. It's the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet. Slocky. I should have had that up here ready to go, but yeah, getting ready for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're gonna be doing that here in Milwaukee or are we gonna be traveling? I'm not sure, but every high holy day that we celebrate, that we bring out, that it got something to do with the Bible. Whether it came out the Bible or it came out the Bible, because we don't do nothing unless it says it in this Bible to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's righteous. You know what I'm saying? How we just gonna like again, how we just gonna start celebrating these days when we don't know the true meanings behind them? When most of these holidays that the so-called white man makes up or has us celebrating as a whole, is bloodshed behind it, and the blood that's been shed is our people, the Blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, Native Indians. So like, the bloodshed was ours. You know what I'm saying? We built this country with our blood, sweat, and tears, mainly the blood. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. Sometime we didn't get paid. If we did get paid, it was at least a cent, 5 cents a day or something like that. The wage payments was very small. The most you get paid is you'll be able to eat that night, or the master wouldn't whip you that night, or you wouldn't go through what they call buck breaking that night, or you know what I'm saying, just for one night. The next day is a whole new start. You have to pick the cotton, you have to do other miscellaneous tasks that hurts your body. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the Lord has hatred for Esau, because Esau had no remorse. He has no sympathy for his brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? In which we know we were separated, but it's like back to what I was saying though. Yeah, the High Holy Day, October 2nd, the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. You have, yeah, and that's much more worthy of celebration than Halloween. Like, who? If you grown and you still celebrating Halloween, and you know that that's a demonic holiday to celebrate, like I'm pretty sure if you noticed, every month, they designed some type of holiday to keep you broke and to spend your money. I'm pretty sure you noticed that, Israel. That's why you always broke. And then on top of that, let's go down the list before we start talking about this voting thing real quick. Hold on, slide. We're gonna start with January. Well, no, we're gonna start with Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, the slaughter of the Indians, which is crazy work. If y'all ever get time, I want y'all to Google this picture. The so-called white man slaughtered like 300 something buffalo just to try to starve out the native Indians. You know what I'm saying? To get them to come out of hiding or whatever the case was. But who does that? This man slaughtered so many buffalo. He ain't finna eat all them buffalo. Google that picture. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know what to say search, but you'll see Esau standing. It's two of them. Esau standing down on the ground level, then it's Esau standing on top of the pile of buffalo. Like they slayed like 300 plus buffalo, or you can't even eat all that. And then if you even begin to start to eat that, you're not gonna eat all of it in time before some of it start to go bad. You know what I'm saying? But who does that? A cunning hunter, a deviant, slaughtering many buffalo so another people can't eat. On top of that, giving the native Indians smallpox and things of that nature. Like that's an evil thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And back to what I was saying though. Right, just Google that picture though. The so-called white man Esau slaughtering like 300 plus buffalo. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's a crazy picture to even think about, let alone see. But the slaughter of the Indians, which is Thanksgiving, when they call it Thanksgiving, they tried to turn it into something family oriented. You know what I'm saying? This is the day that everybody goes to grandma's house. Grandma's cooking up that ham. Grandma's cooking up that the turkey and the cranberry sauce and the dressing, and the what else comes with the I haven't eaten Thanksgiving food and since I joined the truth, and that's that's a good thing, because why would I celebrate my brothers and sisters being slaughtered, being enslaved, being conquered by somebody who didn't even have to conquer? Like we is a peaceful people. If they would have just came over here being peaceful, we probably would have separated a little piece of land for them so they can do whatever they have to do over there in that corner. But Esau is evil. He wants everything in there and everything and anything all to himself. He wants to defile the earth. He wants to dig up the earth and do Lord knows what with it. You know what I'm saying? He wants to corrupt everything and pollute everything. Like that's just his nature. But that's far off of what I was talking about. So we talking about Thanksgiving. Like we can go on and on about this. Thanksgiving can be like even though it's only in November, 1 month, that can be like 6 months worth of classes, just talking about the atrocities and the negative things that the so-called white man even can't, the diabolical things that the so-called white man did to the native Indians and to us, bringing us over here, you know what I'm saying, having us fight on that front line. That's why is like a, I don't know if I want to say it's like a grudge or whatever. I don't want to say it's like a grudge, but I would see why it would be a grudge between the so-called blacks and the native Indians, because the so-called white man kidnapped us from the west coast of Africa, brought us over here, had us on the front line fighting in his army trying to conquer these people. Like they seen us, they thought, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, these are people, they let us in. Little did they know we fighting because the so-called white man got our family, and he said if we don't do this, if we don't fight in this war for him, then he gonna unalive our family. So this is something that we had to do, is fight on the front lines with our brother, which is the native Indians. I could see where it would it's a whole thing, but that's another class. You know what I'm saying? That's another class. But what I was starting off as Thanksgiving, I can't get past it, because every time I think about Thanksgiving, every time I think about Thanksgiving, I think about my brothers and sisters being slaughtered and conquered and taken over in the most conniving, cunning, sneaky. You know how the term blackmail is like. You know what the term blackmail means, right? We should switch that over and make it white male, because the white male is white mailing. Right? We only learn to be devious from the white males, so-called white people, right? But let me get back to what I was saying. You know, what I originally said was they came up with these holidays to keep you broke and to keep you participating in America's lie. They even circulate that through the countries and continents that they allies with. And now other countries and other continents and states, I mean not states, and you know, other countries and continents celebrate these things as well. But first, you got in November, you got Thanksgiving, which is the slaughter of the Indians. Then you got Black Friday, where after they slaughtered the Indians, they took some of them captive. Now they had so many Indians captive that we don't need all these. We can sell some of our black slaves for cheap, which was the next day, which is why it's called Black Friday. They try to dress up Black Friday now as, oh, it's a super sale. Everything's for cheap. You know, that's subliminal, because back before plasma screens, before computer screens was being sold for cheap, we were being sold for cheap. You know what I'm saying? That's because they had conquered people in the native Indians, and they had so many of them, they started letting us go for cheap. Not letting us go free, but selling us to other parts of the country for cheap, right? Which is Black Friday. That's 2 days that you spend your money on. Thursday, Thanksgiving, you get all kind of food, take all kind of leftovers home. You eating Thursday Thanksgiving food to the next Thursday, or maybe, you know, even shorter than that, depending on if you got all boys in the house. If you got a lot of little girls or little daughters, they don't eat too many leftovers for that long. You know what I'm saying? But us young men and young people in the house, as far as boys, we don't eat that all until it's done, right? So, you got Thanksgiving, you got Black Friday. Then comes what? Cyber Monday. So that's 3 so-called holidays within a 2-day spent within a. Okay, so you got Thanksgiving, then Black Friday the next day. Then you get 2 free days to rest, or whatever the case is, Saturday and Sunday. Then you come right back to Cyber Monday. They want all your money in November. And I heard another meaning for Black Friday is all the companies is in the black. You know what I'm saying? That's why they letting these things go for free so they can get back in the green, or it's the last quarter of these companies. You know, they trying to get back on track for the next year, right? Well, we know the first thing I said was true. They letting the black slaves go for cheap. It's even flyers. If you can Google a Black Friday flyer, you're gonna see Negroes for sale for cheap, right? They so bold, Esau so bold, they put that in the Google search. They put that in the Google images. Why? Because y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna come in the ISUPK and fight for your people. Y'all just gonna we used to do that, then carry on about your married life, still celebrating it, right? You gonna still participate in America, even though you see what they did, which is ridiculous, right? So back to what I was saying. You got Thursday, Thanksgiving, Friday, Black Friday. Saturday, you know, dwell on how much money you got and how much money you got left over for Black Friday, right? You might be on the net scouring what you need and what's for cheap, right? So that's what happens Saturday. Sunday comes, you know exactly what you're gonna go get for Cyber Monday. So that's 3 so-called holidays within the same month, which is Thursday, Friday, and Monday. The Cyber Monday. November goes the 28th, right? Yeah, I think so, because it ain't no November 30th. Right, let me see. I've been so much out of America's loop. I think that's a good thing that I forgot. I'm not sure though. I've been so much out of America's loop. And that's a good thing, man. Get out of America's loop, man. They got you niggas in the chokehold. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it is. So wait. So you got what's this? Thanksgiving is on the 28th this year. I think it's on the last Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So they even okay, I see what they did. So it's Thanksgiving Day, and then even if you look on your phone, after Thanksgiving Day, the 29th is, well, it says Native American Heritage Day, but they don't promote that on you don't even see no commercial for Native American Heritage Day. It say right here on your phone to hide observances. Go to okay, no, that's right. It says Native American Heritage Day was the next day, but they don't promote that. They promote Black Friday the next day. This year, Cyber Monday is the 2nd of December. So they push that to the next month, right? There's still 3 so-called holidays, or 3 times you have to spend your money before the year is out. When we just started at November too. So you got November, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. And then we move on to December. Cyber Monday. I want you to start spending that money early digitally, right? Then what? You got the 23rd, Thanksgiving. Wait, the 24th, Thanksgiving. And then the 25th, Thanksgiving Eve. Is it an Eve to that? I mean, Christmas? Is it an Eve to Christmas Eve? Yeah, I think it is Christmas Eve. Not to mention you got Kwanzaa and all this. They want everybody to spend that money around December 23rd, 25th. And even before then, they put, if you go in the grocery stores right now, they putting Christmas lights out. They putting Christmas wrap up, decorations, big candy canes, big snowmen. Like, they trying to get this stuff going early. If we can just come out of America, though, if we could just withdraw ourselves and withdraw our participation to all these things, because we know what's Thanksgiving supposed to be. I mean, what's Christmas supposed to be? It's supposed to be Jesus' birthday, allegedly. So again, they getting you to celebrate a birthday and then celebrate a false birthday at that. Like, they double down in making sure you dumb. They double down in the dumbness of you Negroes. And what happened? You still do the same thing every year. You go out and go get a Christmas tree. You go out. Oh, how many grandkids I got? You go out, get Christmas, put the Christmas presents under the tree, which is ridiculous, man. I know y'all heard of that saying, doing the same thing and expecting different results is insanity. Is insane. You doing the same thing every year, which is going to celebrate the Christmas thing, right? Getting a tree. You throwing that tree out next year, you bringing up another tree. Like, it's ridiculous. And you calling it Jesus' birthday when that's how we know you Christians and you pastors out there, not only Christians, Jehovah's Witness, Baptists, Catholics, they got Christmas trees in the churches. Like, they double down in the disrespect to the Lord. If you look in this Bible, it says that is a vain thing to do. Let me get that real quick. I know I'm jumping off topic, but the topic of the class is, has voting ever helped us, right? We right now we breaking down how America wants to keep you broke by celebrating something every month. Every single month they got something for you to celebrate, something for you to save your money for and spend it and have you broke. Then turn around, the rent due. Turn around, the bill is due. Let me get that real quick. The vain custom of, oh Lord, the vain custom of Christmas. Let me get that real quick. Sloppy, bear with me, y'all. It's a vain custom. Okay, yep. Let me Nazam Shalom. Yahweh Shamar Al-Tabah Hashem Yahshua Nazam Again, an attendee in our class, she said, "Salakia, sir. Spend bill money and struggle to keep up and then turn around and catch up with the taxes." Exactly. Repeat cycle. Right. It's like you washing your hair. Wash, rinse, and repeat. You do the same thing. So at the end of the year, I mean, you spend the money on Christmas. Next year, well, not you ain't even done spending your money on Christmas, because what comes up next? The people who don't celebrate Christmas, what they got, Kwanzaa, still the same thing, right? But what comes up next? You got New Year's. You know, people go out and party for the New Year. They do any and everything. Oh, this the last year. And what's the number one? What's the number one New Year's resolution? It's to stop smoking. But it never works. You know why it never works? Because they don't read this. They don't put their trust and faith into this. They don't believe in this, so it never works. They say it every year. Trust me, I used to say that too until I had to get into this Bible, man. I had to dig deep and get into this Bible and realize, man, that stuff not good for your body. That stuff not good if you're trying to serve the Lord, right? So Nazam said was right. They get you to spend your bill money. Now you're playing catch up all the way into tax time. But hold on, we gonna get there. So you got the New Year's, right? Everybody buying all kind of bottles. You buying a brand new outfit, brand new shoes, and then you gotta get a place to go, right? Go find a place to go for the countdown. When we know that that's a false, again, from Christmas to New Year's Day, that's America's New Year's Day, because we know the original New Year's is in April, when all the plants and things start to grow back. That's the sign of a new year. That's the sign of the new year, right? Because in the winter, everything dies down. In certain places in the world, when you get wintertime, sometimes it's still hot, like California, some places in the South, definitely some places on the West Coast, but they don't get snow at all. You know what I'm saying? But again, the New Year start when the trees start growing back, when the plants and the dandelions and things of that nature start growing. You know what I'm saying? That's the new year. But again, America has to keep you dumb. They hate smart. They don't want a smart nigga. They want you to be as dumb as you can be. That's why they got all these, and I know I'm going off topic though, but that's why they make these people famous. These people that Glorilla, she didn't know it was foxes in the world, like the animal fox. She didn't know that those was real. That's it's lucky to laugh at that, but that's just ridiculous, man. She didn't know a fox was real. And then you got other women like Megan promoting these abortion tactics. They like those type of people because they not intelligent in the mind. They don't read. They not into this Bible. They like to hell with this Bible. We gonna do what we want to do. Carpe diem. You only live once. All them sayings. You know what I'm saying? They promote them type of people, right? They don't promote the righteous. They want you to stay in that loop and paying attention and participating in America, right? See, I keep getting sidetracked, but where was I? Oh yeah, the New Year's, right? New Year's, you gotta find a place to go. You gotta get you a new outfit. You gotta get your necessities right, which is the weed, the smoke, the drink. You gotta find a designated driver and all of this, right? So you spending extra money, even though the 1st is and the 5th is coming up. The 1st and the 5th is the times that the rent is due, right? So this is what, the 31st, the countdown comes. Now you all messed up. Now it's the eve of, it's the AM hours of the countdown. You drunk and toe up, you risking being either snatched up, something being done to you, because you out in the wee hours of the morning, which is 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Those are the peak hours of the weirdos come out. Especially around so-called New Year's Eve. The weirdos is coming out to do something, right? Right? That's the time the weirdos come out. The 1 a.m., the 2 a.m., they just now waking up. That's the time that the weird stuff start for them, right? But yeah, you done spent your money, right? Now you wake up next day, January 1st, you got a hangover. You don't know what happened you don't know what happened last night. You don't know what drugs you done took. You don't know how much money you done spent until you look at your account. You like, damn, I done celebrated 6 holidays, so-called holidays within 2 months. I said Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Then they bring you to Christmas Eve, Kwanzaa for the people who think the Africans, Kwanzaa, right? Crazy, which is the same thing as Christmas, just maybe without a tree or two, right? Christmas, Kwanzaa, then New Year's. You done spent money, countless amounts of dollars within 2 months. Now, like Nazam said, you catching up during tax time. Now the tax season, now the tax time is tax season, right? You know what unstable people buy every tax return season or whatever the case, right? A car. And this ain't Black Friday, so these cars and don't get me wrong, some places the cars do go down, but it be something wrong with them. So you buying a bucket with your tax money, which is gonna break down within a month or two, and you back to square one with maybe no car or catching a ride to somebody around tax time. But hold up, we didn't even finish counting these holidays where they want you to spend your money. So January, you got Martin Luther King Day. Certain people do certain things around that day. I'm not sure because I don't celebrate it, right? Martin Luther King Day. But then if you ain't got no holiday to celebrate in January, the kids go back to school. So you have to get them straight. They coming back off their break. You have to go buy extra clothes for them, new shoes for them, just to come back to finish up the school year, right? So you're broke again. You're double broke again. You just spent the money on you going out. Now you got to go turn around and spend money on your kids going back to school, right? So you all messed up. Next month, February, what? Valentine's Day, which is built on massacres, man. Every single holiday that they got you guys to celebrate and spend your money on is built on bloodshed and the exploitation of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Valentine's Day. Just look up the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Oh, okay. Nazam said January is the beginning of Mardi Gras. Oh, some more partying. Exactly. More partying. Not only that, the women out there being exploited, having their chest all out, right, for beads, for the experience, the sexual liberation or whatever, which that's a fucking joke. Sexual liberation is women trying to convince more women to be whores in the streets. Show everything you got. So once they do that, it's even harder for them to get a righteous husband. Because if anybody could just see that, in Mardi Gras, people bring camcorders and such, right? Camera phones. So you on somebody's camera phone showing your breast and showing out. You probably drunk down there too, right? Acting wild. More partying, right? So then comes February, which is about Valentine's Day, which we know is a massacre. If you look up the origins of Valentine's Day, this is why research is so important. They got you to participate in everything awful. The Bible says who changed good to bad and who changed bad to good. Paraphrasing, of course, right? And that's exactly what happened. They changed all these holidays that they got to good when it was built on negative things, right? So February, you got Valentine's Day, of course. March, what's March? Labor Day? St. Patrick's Day, right? See, I'm glad that I forgot about I forgot when holiday is which. I think I forgot, but March is St. Patrick's Day. Not only that, for the men, this is where the men kick in there. You got March Madness. Now niggas love college football, college basketball. So they spending money on all kind of football parties, you know, them diehard sports fans, they paint their whole body, then go tailgate somewhere at the stadium somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Spending even more money. So, like I was saying, America wants to keep you broke and in your pockets, and wants to keep you on catch-up mode, right? So you got March, which are all of March, St. Patrick's Day, people wearing green and right. March, April. Now we up to April, right? Which is what, April? If I'm not mistaken, it's Easter. See, I don't want to be looking it up because I want to stay numb to these holidays. I don't care about them. Okay, Easter. Yeah, April is Easter. Their Easter, right? Which is they celebrate. That's supposed to be right the resurrection of now. This is how they keeping y'all dumb down. Because if oh my gosh, I don't even want to get into it, but Easter, right? Which we know bunnies don't lay no eggs. They got your kids out in the yard playing hide and go seek with eggs and giving them all kind of candy and saying that it's Easter type of deal, right? Which I think, I mean, what I don't think, well, I do think, because I'm not for sure about these holidays, right? I think they celebrate Easter for the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I'm not sure why they celebrate this, but I think that's why they do it, right? So, yeah, of course, it's their Easter. We breaking down their holidays. We really, the whole thing of me saying these holidays is how they keep us broke and on catch up mode, right? We started at Thanksgiving, now we just going down the line, right? So April is Easter, right? Again, you go by all kind of decorations. Some of you out there still got your Christmas lights up around Easter, which is crazy, right? They decorate their whole crib for this, which is crazy. So January, February, March, April, May. What's in May? May. See, now I'm gonna have to look it up because I really don't know what these. I'll just be living, man. As soon as I got out of America's loop, I forgot all about their holidays and which months they are, and that's a good thing. That's something that we all have to do. And that's something that we all should be able to do. Is go ahead and separate ourselves from these people, man. Oh, they got a couple of them. Oh, it's the big one in May. It's the big one in May, right? Mother's Day. Oh, Mother's Day and Memorial Day, right? See, this is the new calendar, right? So it says, oh, okay, they got 3, which is Cinco de Mayo. They got our people out there again spending bread. Like they want to keep that money flowing to them, to their businesses. So what do? They put these decorations out in Walmart, Sam's Club, Woodman's, Farmers Market, anywhere. Like they got people on the side of the road selling Easter baskets and stuff like that, right? Bringing their money to them, bringing your money to them, so it leaves the community, right? We can't help our people if we steady giving our money to them, right? So that's the big thing. Cinco de Mayo is first, right before Mother's Day, right? They got our people out there. You know how so-called Mexicans do it too. They like to go all out. They buy the Puerto Rican flag. They bring out their best lowriders, right? Get the tostakis. they you know what I'm saying? Get beer. They, you know what I'm saying? Tequila. It's a and if I'm not mistaken, that goes for the whole week. When they celebrate that Cinco de Mayo, that goes for the whole week. Wherever you see a so-called Mexican at, Cinco de Mayo starts and ends that whole week of May 5th. It says landed on next year is gonna land on May 5th. That whole week they celebrating. So they spending money and getting drunk in every day of the week. That's why, man, we have to pay more attention to what the oppressor is doing to us, which is keeping us broke, docile, keeping our attention span over here, so we can't focus on the problem at hand and focus on who our real enemy is, which is the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because how can we even save money if all these holidays keep taking our money? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you go Cinco de Mayo for that whole week. Then the next week, Mother's Day. Now, Mother's Day. I don't even know what to say about this one because, you know, everybody got a mother. And I'm pretty sure outside of the ISUPK, everybody celebrates this. Outside of the UPK, everybody, it's Mother's Day. But the origins of Mother's Day is, I'm not sure I didn't do too much research on that, but just on the lighter side is to take your money again. Spend your money on mom, you know. You probably just caught up with some bills around, well, I'm not sure because it's Cinco de Mayo. And, you know, some of us brothers love to attend Cinco de Mayo as well. You know what I'm saying? We up in Cinco de Mayo. We celebrating with our brother Cinco de Mayo. You know what I'm saying? But us in the ISUPK, if we ever go to Cinco de Mayo, we passing our information out. Man, come out of America, man. You don't need to be celebrating this. You need to be over here with us, right? So Mother's Day, self-explanatory. Then at the end of May, Memorial Day. Now this is the day that everybody breaks out the barbecue and the red, white, and blue, and oh my God! See again, May. Three holidays, they taking your bread, man, keeping you broke. So, and I didn't wait. Hold on, I'm gonna say that at the end. So that's May, right? Mother's Day, Memorial Day, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo go for a whole week. Y'all gotta prepare for that. And then June. Why did they turn June into LGBT LMNOP Pride Month? Like, who agreed? Who okayed that? The month that it just started getting hot in the northern states, in the Midwest, in the Middle East. Well, I don't want to say the Middle East, but that's not like Africa. But as far as the United States, the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? Places like Chicago and St. Louis, I mean, not St. Louis, but Detroit, it started getting hot around June. You know, that's when everybody started coming back outside around June. This is where you don't have to wear a jacket outside around June, right? But they somehow, and LMNOP is, I say LMNOP because y'all know what I mean, the alphabet community. That's self-explanatory. So if it's LGBTQ month, it's not. At first, before the LGBT turned that into LGBTQ month, it was men's mental health awareness month. Like, they totally discarded that. They don't want males to be right mentally. Forget that. They want to celebrate the LMNOP community, which is totally against the Bible. Like all these other holidays, but we just going through the holidays and how they want to spend your money. But the LGBTQ month, oh, they corrupting your kids that month. They bringing that in school. Like, the schools celebrate this. So they got rainbows everywhere. They got love is love. They convincing your child that it's okay, which is crazy work because luckily, the kids, if they don't go to an all-around school, they get out of school in June. That's by the grace of the Lord right there. Because they right on time and starting to decorate the school with all this nonsense, with all this evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's self-explanatory. Till you come down to Father's Day. Don't nobody really celebrate Father's Day, do they? Right? Do people really celebrate Father's Day? That used to be one of my argument points when I was before the, when I was in the world. Don't nobody really celebrate Father's Day, right? Why? because they think the father is not important and a bunch of wickedness, right? But the people who do celebrate Father's Day, again, you out there spending your bread, right? And also, being corrupted by the LMNOP at the same time, because this whole month it says first day of LMNOP month, so the whole month of June is corruption. if I could. Oh, I forgot to mention in February, the Black History Month. Like the schools and which is crazy, man. But back to this. This is Pride Month, June. Then Father's Day fall on the 15th. It's crazy how they did that, right? The whole agenda of men acting like women and women acting like men. It's Father's Day in that month. Right? Not to mention, they made Juneteenth a real holiday, right? Which is June 19th. They made that a real holiday. That's supposed to be a day of the day that they freed the slaves or something, if I'm not mistaken. Because the reason I don't know, because again, I'm oblivious to what these people celebrate outside of the UPK. I celebrate the high holy days. They celebrate the holidays. It's a difference. I'm not locked in with these holidays, man. That's why I don't really know if that is, was it that the day that the slaves got freed or something, June 19th, right? And that's crazy again because it's supposed to be Pride Month. So even during the parades of Juneteenth, you're gonna see a flag, a rainbow flag, or people wearing rainbow colors, or a stud, or a feminine, or a zesty dude, right? In the parades. And what's most ridiculous thing to me, man, is they be having kids involved in this, bro. I mean, I don't mean to say bro, Slocky. They be having kids involved in this, further corrupting the youth and making it okay. Like, it's not okay. That's why I encourage our brothers and sisters out there, condemn that stuff, man. Because if you don't condemn it, they're going to see it on the internet. They're going to see it somewhere and think it's okay. When you have to totally shoot it down. Not just for yourself, but for the Lord, because the Lord don't condone that. Right? Let's move on to July. Oh, we all know what July is, right? July 4th. Again, spending your money. They want your money. They want you to spend your money on fireworks. They want you to spend your money on, again, even though you wore red, white, and blue on Memorial Day, they want you to wear red, white, and blue on July 4th. And if you don't celebrate it, they're going to look at you funny. Oh, how dare you not celebrate? That's the Independence Day. Whose independence? It wasn't our independence. We were still slaves when these things came out. We was on the front lines getting unalive, bro. We did the dirty work for y'all and continue to do the dirty work for y'all to this day. Right? July 4th. Again, it's 4th. So you just paid your rent. You got maybe a couple dollars saved up or left over. They want you to spend that on fireworks, barbecue grills, food for a barbecue. Right? They won't keep you broke, man. Keep these niggas broke so they don't have enough to save up, so the money don't circulate in their communities, in which that's something that we do need, the money to circulate. You know, we have to come together as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to build something positive for us. Like, you know how these people, the oppressor got their gated communities and things of that nature. We need our gated communities. Y'all can't gentrify this. This is a gated community for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's something that we definitely need. And it's a whole, I don't want to go there because that's jumping too far off of what what I got to teach now, right? But what's the next holiday, man? Well, in August, I guess it ain't nothing in August. Yep, school coming back around. School coming back around, man. Right? The school year is coming back around. So what happened? You have to go broke again. Buying your children, if they're not in the uniform school, like sometimes uniform schools is where it's at. Because you can save hella dollars on just that, you know, right? But yeah, August. It's time to gear these kids up back to school. So you're losing money again right after July 4th, the next month. School time for kids. Now you got to spend money on trying to get your kids ready for the school year. Pencils, paper, shoes, clothes. Not to mention if they're in high school, they want the good stuff. They want the good stuff, the expensive stuff, right? Slack it. Crazy. That's what happens in August. The month of August, you thought you had a break. You don't. You don't have no break in August. You coming right back to spend your money with these devils, man. That's their goal. Keep you broke. Keep the sales coming on. They know how them women love themselves. Keep the sales in the stores. You know, August come right back around. Your kids going right back to school. Keep it broke. High school kids buy the expensive stuff, right? That's what happens in August, right? And some of September, because everybody won't start school back at the same time, right? So then you got September, Labor Day. we off on that day. Most of our slaves we off, so we ain't gonna get a whole paycheck this week or next week because we off on Labor Day, right? This is September. August, your kids going back to school. buy more school clothes, school shoes, and if your kid in high school, they want the good expensive stuff. So you really coming out of pocket for that, right? In August and some of September, because everybody don't go back to school at the same time, right? But then September, what you got? Labor Day. We off on that day, right? Most of us off of our slave on that day. Some slaves work on that day, but we not gonna have a full paycheck for that week or the next week just because it's Labor Day. Keep them broke, right? October. Now, of course. It's crazy that hold on, B. Hold on, B. Let's go back in, B. Oh, okay. Right. So again, September, early August. I mean late August, kids going back to school. You got Labor Day, barbecue, not a full paycheck because you off that day, you're slave, Labor Day. Next month, October, you got Columbus Day, and they got, and it's crazy. It's crazy that in October they have Columbus Day. Then the same day as Columbus Day, they got Indigenous People Day on the same day. Like, they playing with y'all minds in this. Not only are they keeping you broke, they trying to keep you dumb and keep you dumbed down. Because all these holidays keeping you broke, especially around some of these holidays fall around the 1st, 4th, 5th, 6th. You have to pay the month rent from the 1st to the 5th. So you broke from paying the rent. Now they want you to spend extra money on getting a barbecue grill, getting some new red, white, and blue clothes, right? Getting some fireworks, like a bunch of nonsense that we're gonna turn around and do again next year. Like, no, I'm disappointed that my people haven't caught on to this. Every year we do the same celebrations. Don't nothing get don't nothing get, there ain't never no new act. Never, right? So we went all the way, we went through August, which is August, the kids go starting to get back to school. So you got to prepare the kids. Now you're spending money on school clothes. And in early September, you got school clothes to buy. Next month, what's that? October, Columbus Day, Halloween. Now, kids love to celebrate Halloween. I don't know why. I think it's the candy myself, but that's the thing too. Like the schools celebrate these things, so they got your kids wants to participate in these things. When we know that that's just another day just to play dress up for some demonic spirits or demonic whatever the case, and to take your money because they want to keep you broke again. Because why? We celebrated by we decorate our house. We got pumpkins on porches. Some of us go all out and get the full shebang. The full shebang. You got ghosts, ghouls, and goblins on your front porch, ready to scare somebody. Then not to mention the women who want to give the candy out. Oh my God. You women that live in duplexes and houses, y'all be going all out for it too. Y'all would like to scare the kids and give them candy. Some of the parents out there be getting king size joints. Like they just spend hundreds of dollars on candy to give it away. Now, your kid don't want to eat the dinner that you just made because they just ate 16 pieces of chocolate and they stomach hurt, which is crazy. They ate 16 pieces of chocolate and their stomach hurt. They hurt. They can't go to sleep because they energized from the sugar doodles that they didn't just consume 20 pieces back to back. And not only that, you got some crazies out here. And again, before y'all, like I know that us in the ISUPK, we don't celebrate that, but before y'all go trick-or-treating, look on y'all map for that the Kendrick Lamar thing, that where them predators at, man. Because they in your neighborhood. You don't know about it. You definitely don't. You could be going right up to a predator's door, talking about trick-or-treat. They're gonna snatch you right in there, and then you're gone, or whatever the case. You found that somebody's cellar in the basement somewhere. So be careful, man. I say don't celebrate that stuff altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna break your pockets. Your pockets is getting ran by the government, man. They got a full hand in your pocket. As soon as you get your check, they take it right out your pocket. You, I thought I just had some money. Nope. You thought wrong, sir and ma'am. Well, that's going back to our celebration cause of these goons, goblins, and goats. Right? Oh yeah, what I was going to mention about Halloween too is it's some weirdos out there, man, that try to harm your kids with these treats. They putting razors in it. Like I never personally in the world, I never got that. You know what I'm saying? A razor put in my candy or whatever, but you still have to check because it's still cases of that being out there, right? It's cases of razors being put in kids' candy, drugs put in kids' candy, open candy. And a kid is not going to be intelligent enough to. A kid just want to eat candy. Like a kid watch TV just digging in the bag, eating the next piece of candy, digging in the bag, eating the next piece of candy, digging in the bag, eating the next, and they're not going to expect this stuff. So if it's up to the ISUPK, man, just stop celebrating that altogether. Come in class, learn what the do's and don'ts of the Most High, of the Lord. Learn it and apply it. You can't just learn it and not apply it, right? I think I went through the whole 12-month governmental keeping Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians broke calendar, right? And I didn't even mention nobody's birthdays, which just celebrate that. I didn't even mention the vacation time, which you got to put money away for that, but it's hard to because the government keeping you broke, right? I didn't even mention nobody anniversaries, divorces, the bills. Oh, I did mention the bills, right? The necessities like car notes, transportation, bus fare, food, the food, the gas. Like they steady going up with these prices, but they steady want you to keep celebrating their holidays, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How you want me to keep celebrating this, but you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Only time prices go down, and when Black Friday come around, they don't make no food half price. No, we don't want you to survive. We just want your money. You survive on the crumbs we give you, right? But I say that to say this. Now that we got through all that, we're going to start breaking down these scriptures, man, with Psalms 55 and 20. Let me get that real quick. The topic of this class is, has voting ever helped us? Has it ever? Psalms 55. Oh, wait. Psalms 55 and 20. Wait. Psalms 55. Nope. 55. 20. Hold on, B. Let me go back down. Salaki, bear with me, y'all, real quick. Let me see something. Okay, so David. 1 second, real quick. Salaki, y'all. Yeah, Psalm 55, chapter 20. I'm just trying to make sure what I'm about to say about this is correct, right? Hold up. Sweet counsel, house of put forth his hands and such. Please be at peace with him. He have broken his covenant. Let me see. Start at 18. Shall hear the faithful, even he that abideth old slave. For they have no change, therefore they fear not God. You might have to do a little bit more research on this. Yeah, I might have to do a little bit more research on this because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want to be sure about what I'm trying to bring out here. And the messed up part about it is we just went over this. Yeah, we just went over this. Well, we gonna just read verse 21 because this Psalms 55 and 21, this breakdown that I'm about to say goes hand in hand with the presidential the presidential race, the government, the voting system, since forever. Like every single president is about to get described in Psalm 55 and chapter 21. I mean, this goes from who is it? George Washington. George Washington on up to now, because I don't deal in politics, but that's the big question: is have voting ever since they told us to vote, ever since we started voting, ever since our people told us to vote, has that ever helped us in any situation that we've ever gotten in? Being in America, being the people that got kidnapped from the west coast of Africa, sold in the west coast of Africa, on slave ships, on the journey to over here. And even before that, in Christ's time, when he was slew on a tree, right? Has that ever helped? Because if we starting right there, that's never helped, right? I got into a little, I don't want to say altercation, but a little debate today about voting, right? And after I say this, I'm gonna read it. I'm sitting in this office, right? I'm in line waiting to, be serviced because I needed some help, right? I'm in line, in this place that I was at, it takes a while for them to see you. So I was in there for a nice minute, maybe an hour or two, right? So I'm sitting in this line, all of a sudden, an older gentleman come in. He like, well, okay, we sitting there for a while. All of us, them older men, real talkative. Well, not all of them, but some of them, they just be real talkative, right? So it's a nice quiet spell. It's a nice quiet thing in there for a while, and then he just get to talking, right? He say, well, okay, since we got a nice amount of people in here, who we voting for? He said, who we voting for? Who we all voting for? Is we voting for? Now I can't say the terms that he said because I don't want to get banned or whatever. But he was like, are we voting for Kamala or are we voting for Trump? Who we voting for? Ain't nobody say nothing. He said, I don't hear nothing. I hear a bunch of crickets. So I took that personally. So I took that personally, right? So I'm just sitting there, I'm about tired of being in this place. So I'm bored. So I want to spark up the combo. I'm like, man, I ain't voting for nobody. He said, you ain't voting for nobody. I said, no. He said, see, this what I mean. These young brothers don't think they vote count. I'm like, it ain't about me not thinking about my vote count. I mean, what I said, and this is exactly what I said. Like I just said before this, I said when we vote, they just gonna put who they want in there anyway. So he came back like, man, young brother, your voice matters, man. I'm like, man, I don't care about one of them. I didn't pick them to run. I didn't pick them to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't listen to their policies. I didn't pick these people. I want this person right here. I didn't choose them. They was given to me. Like they just gave you Trump and Kamala. You don't hear about no other candidates. I'm pretty sure that there's other candidates somewhere. But they just gave you Trump and Kamala, these two people to vote to either one to vote with, right? And I'm pretty sure there's other candidates, but you don't hear them. You don't hear about them, right? So I'm like, I didn't choose these people. They just gave these people. I don't know if they corrupted. Well, I do know that they corrupt. Both sides is corrupt. It's two wings of the same bird. When one lose, they just gonna have a big party that both of them, and it would have been one of them Diddy parties. But I think, me personally, I think them presidential parties ain't got nothing on a Diddy party. I mean, them presidential parties, one of them Diddy parties ain't got nothing on the presidential party. They do some whole other stuff in the presidential parties. They keep it presidential. You know what I'm saying? But I got that's where I got with them. I'm like, I didn't pick these people. They just was given to me. I didn't get behind none of them. He like, see, that's what I mean. You think your vote don't count. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, listen, man. It ain't that I don't think my vote don't count. Is I don't care to vote. Then that's when the question came out. What has, since we was able to vote, what good has it done for us? He didn't have no comeback for that, because it's no comeback for that. What, since we were able to vote, what good has come out of that for us? He said, man, see, I don't even know why I said nothing. Exactly. But you could just keep, you can explain it. But he couldn't explain it. He had to be about, he was a nice, he had to be about 50 something, 50 plus, in his 50s maybe. I could have took it a different route to ease some answers out of him, but he was just getting me fed up, man. I think I need to work on that. But he was getting me fed up with the, see, you young brothers don't think your vote count, man. I didn't say nothing like that. I said, man, what has voting, you know what I'm saying, did good for us since we was able to vote? I said, man, I don't even know what I said. I don't even know why I said anything, man. Your vote matters, man. Like, man, I don't, what are these, who are these people? You know what I'm saying? Then I hit him with the, you know, Jesus Christ died from a vote, right? He said, like, he didn't get the angle I was coming at. He didn't get where I was trying to go with it. He was like, well, that's our Lord and Savior. So what Jesus Christ got to do with this? I'm like, he died from a vote. So why would I vote? Why would I condone anybody voting? Why would I try to? Why? Because first of all, it didn't do nothing positive for us ever since we was able to vote. Jesus Christ is Yahushua. He died from a vote. The Romans voted, and it was final, right? Vote. Everything negative comes from voting. It never helps us. That's why this scripture right here that I'm about to read, I'm going to break it down, right? So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21. Now, I'm next week in my class, next week, I'm going to be able to break down 20 and 21. Because I got to break both of them down together, right? But I'm going to just break down 21 for this week. And I'm come back with 21 and or 20 and 21, because this is very important, right? So it says, the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Now the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Now, every single president up to now, how are they words smoother than butter? Well, you got one president that says, well, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna just use these as an example right here, right? Well, I'm gonna just use this as an example. I'm gonna do this for you, right? I'm gonna make sure you never have to deal with these again. I'm gonna make sure this ain't in your eyesight. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna have, you ain't gotta worry about this, right? Then the other president say, well, I'm for this. I think this can help. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. Right? So it appeals to both sides, a person that's with that and a person that's not with that, right? Smoother than butter. They trying to get in your head, right? They saying all these nice things. One of them saying, I'm with this. The other one saying, I'm not with this, right? They get in the office. Either one. And nothing happens to this. This is still the same way it was. They just spit some game to you. That's what the presidential is. Their words are smoother than butter. They spitting G to you. G short for game. They spitting game to you. They said they was going to get rid of this. One of them said they was going to get rid of this. One of them said that they is with this. But then once one of them get in this is still thriving in right here. Still thriving right in your face. You asking yourself, well, what happened to you getting rid of that? Or you ask the other person, well, what happened to you doing something about that? They not going to do nothing about it. They just said that to you to get your vote. They said that to you to get your vote, the vote. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Don't we got, see, I don't want to say these names because that's how we You know what I'm saying, get kicked. In our top podcast, we got kicked off certain platforms for mentioning these people's names because I guess they think we swaying votes or we talking bad about this one or talking bad about this one, right? So I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it. Right? So it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. One of them say they're gonna get rid of it. The other one say, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna enhance it, right? So at the end of the day, something has to happen to this, whether it be good or bad. But they get in the office and then this still be the same way it was. Ain't nothing ever happened to this for 4 extra years. Then they get in these campaign presidential debates and talk about each other. And that's all it be. Entertainment for the Black community or the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, because we love a good argument, don't we? We just sit there. Oh, you heard what they said. You heard what they said. Right? Entertainment. That's what it is. It's a bunch of they trying to entertain you while spitting G to you, while buttering you up, spitting words. It's smoother than that, right? But war was in his heart. Now, like I said, back to this thing right here. They talked about this thing. They said they was going to do something about it. They said that they don't care about it, right? They said that it should be enhanced. They throw this to the side and come up with a whole nother policy that sends you, that messes you up. War was in his heart. They didn't say the real agenda that they's gonna do. They talking about this. This with everybody attention on, or we gonna talk about this, right? We just gonna talk about this right here, and I'm for this. I'm not for this. Smoother than butter. They get in office. This gets completely pushed to the side. They bring this. Oh, the fan on fire. They bring fire. They ain't got nothing to do with that. They bringing fire. They bringing fire. Something that you ain't never asked about, something that you ain't never heard of. They bring fire to you. They just talked about this during the whole debate. They get in office, you don't hear about that no more, but you do hear about the fan blowing it out. Come on now, you messing up. Fire. You hear about the fire. They bring a whole thing out of left field you ain't never even talked about, you ain't never even thought about. Next thing you know, your check getting garnished for some immigrants that you didn't agree or disagree to come in here. You ain't had no say-so in none of this, right? Next thing you know, money coming out of your check, or you know what I'm saying? Your rent getting increased. Inflation is happening to the food. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say nothing about. They don't talk about the inflation. They don't talk about the immigrants, but they will talk about this nice shiny thing that everybody want to know about. When it's more important, this to hell with this. It's more stuff that is more important things that should be talked about that don't get mentioned at all. They just, oh, you heard that debate? They talking about that, man. I'm with this president. I'm with that president. They talk about that like a mother, but when they get in, they cast that to the side and bring you fire. They put fire under your ass in all aspects. Food, you know what I'm saying? Living expenses, car notes. Whatever the case, right? Not to mention if you got like violations as far as like tickets and things that you have to pay, or you going to the big house, they don't. The stuff do not get mentioned. They wanted you to keep your mind right here until they bring something else up that we didn't mention once again. Like, they don't talk about the important issues. They make their words smooth as butter, smoother than butter. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords. Like, They tell you about everything that's on surface level that anybody want to know. That's why they pay entertainers. They pay I guess that falls under entertainment. They pay these entertainers, musicians, and things of that nature to say, yeah, vote for this president. Then they pay others, yeah, vote for this president. All the meanwhile, it's just two arms of the same body. Like I said, them Diddy parties, they ain't got nothing on them presidential parties and what they doing at the White House. Trust me. I'm talking like I've been there and seen it all, right? Right? But Salakia, them Diddy parties ain't got nothing on them presidential parties. Because them presidential people, they got people flying in from overseas, like them so-called princes of Arabia, and you know what I'm saying? These type of people that they got at their party doing Lord knows what. I know y'all heard what they do over there in Dubai with them women and the nasty stuff. I know y'all heard about that. They be having those type of people in the White House. They be having them African warlords in there, like actually doing just abominable things, man. That's why you can't get yourself caught up in America's politics, because they're gonna put whoever in there anyway, and they're gonna pass these, they're gonna get you out the way, they're gonna get your mind off you seeing their policies, seeing the bills that they trying to pass, seeing the important things and the things that need to be addressed. They're gonna get you out the way and put some entertainment in your face. They're gonna put Diddy trial all in your face for the rest of the year. What is it? September, about to be October. For the rest of the year, you're gonna be hearing about Diddy and Young Thug. Facts. You're gonna be hearing about Diddy and Young Thug in the news. Meanwhile, they're gonna pass these bills behind your back. You ain't gonna know. You'll be like, I voted for them. Just like what happened. See, I don't want to dwell on the past, but just like what happened with Obama. Like he brought the Obamacare. So what happened to the original health? If it was healthcare, right? And he brought Obamacare, what happened to the original healthcare that was out there? Did he just completely take it over? And not only he offered you the same care, the same healthcare, but he threw an Obama phone in there with it. He threw some elemental P dust on there with it. It's crazy, man. Crazy. They give you the same things and dress it up as, oh, I did something for you. You didn't do nothing. You just put a different spin on it and act like you acting. This is what these people are. They are actors. They act like they ain't two wings of the same bird. As soon as they done debating, they go right behind that curtain. Both of them meet up, good talk, and they shake hands. They ain't gonna shake hands and stuff on camera or nothing like that. But they gonna go behind that camera, see you at dinner at 9. You gonna be there. It's a private dinner, no cameras, no nothing. They talking about their next big distraction that they coming with. Y'all have to get out of that politics stuff, man. That's not for us, because it never will. It never has and never will help us. They just giving us a face. Just like, again, Obama. And they getting the elders mad with Trump. the elders of our people, you know what I'm saying? Mad with Trump. They firing up the young women with Kamala Harris. Where does that leave us, the righteous people? The people who bringing out these scriptures and trying to get the rest of us out of the politics and out of America. That leaves us on the outside looking in. So I say, man, to hell with all the politics altogether. To hell with that stuff. That shouldn't be our focus right there. Our focus should be bringing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians up out of this hellhole and trying to get and gather ourselves together, like Zephaniah 2:1 say, and get us out of here before the Lord destroys this place. Right? Because if you still here while the Lord is destroying this place, you gonna be destroyed right along with it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Right? And when I mention, you know, the politicians and things like that, that goes for like governors and things like that. They run in your state, but still they allow nonsense to go on. Like these three cities, Chicago, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Indy, or I say four. Chicago, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Gary, Indiana. It's a bunch of I was about to say it, get us kicked. Unaliving happening within these states. Like by every other holiday, or I say every holiday weekend, not every other holiday, especially in Chicago. Bodies drop, man. But do you hear any of the presidential candidates talking about any solutions for that? Not to mention in these four cities that I just named, the tent community, the tent cities, the homelessness, the poverty. Do you hear any presidential candidate speaking about having a solution for that? What do you hear? Oh, abortion. What's the thing with I almost said it. What's the thing with old girl? Oh, she not black, she's Indian. No, she is black. It's just a bunch of nonsense, man. We need to get out of that. We need to stop talking about that and talk about this. How are we gonna get up out of here? How are we gonna keep our money circulating off of these holidays? Simple. We need to do something different. How long we been? And the Bible says this too. How long will ye love simplicity? We've been celebrating these holidays for 40, 50, 60 years. Nothing has changed. We've been voting for 40, 50, 60 years. Nothing has changed. You know how it would change, though? If we just stop celebrating stuff that they got appointed. It's appointed. These so-called holidays, these so-called presidential candidates and things of that nature, it's appointed. They appoint these people so we can either vote for them or not vote for them, so we can celebrate it or not. But they want us to celebrate. That's why around Christmas time, Halloween time, they got commercials for that. They got certain TV shows that's gonna pump that. They're gonna pump it out. Pump these TV shows. Halloween commercials, Christmas commercials, jingle bells, right? Thanksgiving commercials, Thanksgiving sales. You know how women love the sales. Oh, I gotta get it. It's on sale. Meanwhile, the men sitting back like, man, why is you trying to get the sale? We don't need the sale, right? But you know, we need to do our own thing, man. Like I said earlier, these so-called white people, they got their gated communities all over the country. When is we going to build our gated communities? When is we going to build our businesses where the money stays circulating in our families? When is we going to get over this individualism? That's a spirit that's on our people too. One of our people will get some money, and they ain't even got to be famous. They could be just a little bit up, like I said, thousandaires, right? And they in our family. Instead of trying to help the rest of the family, they'll separate themselves. Oh, we got money over here. I don't know what they doing. That's not brotherhood, man. That's not sisterhood, man. You have to get that spirit of selfishness off of us. When y'all got some money, okay, we ain't gonna ask you for it, but at least show us how. At least show and tell us how you got there, so we can possibly get there. That's where brotherhood starts at. We ain't finna ask you for your money. We don't want your money. Well, we want your money, but we not gonna ask you for it. We want to at least know the methods on how you did it. At least know so we can be up there with you. So y'all won't either look down on us or be individualized from us, because that's how it always happens. Somebody in your family will get the money, they thousandaires, and then they separate and break off from the whole other family. Like, man, we grew up in the same house. We got the same grandma, the same, we know the same people. We go to the same family reunion. You can't tell me the secrets on how to make some money. That's selfish. That's not brotherhood. At least show me some brotherhood. I ain't never asked you for a penny. All I asked you was for the methods, for the financial path that you went on. So at least I can at least try. You ain't gonna let me try. You're gonna hold the secret to yourself to the grave, huh? Keeping me further down. So that means if you that means you right along with the oppressor too, then. That mean you with them. You probably vote and stuff too, huh? Yep, vote. Over there, vote. Right? Salakia, man. It's just ridiculous, man. That, and I see that a lot, and it's close to home, low key. But if we can just learn that thing called brotherhood, man, if we could just learn that, see your brother or your sister as yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes all it takes is a conversation. Sometimes all it takes is I don't want to say meeting because that sounds too formal, right? Sometimes all it takes is, you know, that like I said, that conversation. So we can, it's all about reaching that hand back and pulling your brother up with you or sister with you. Reaching that hand back and helping that person to get where you at. There ain't nobody taking your wealth from you. We just trying to get the same wealth or more, so we can, you know, reach back and grab more, brother. We trying to gather ourselves together. At the end of the day, what you think I'm gonna use the it's ridiculous, the individualism that the spirit is on our people like that. It's a demon. Salakia. Right, and we're going to go ahead and get into some brotherhood scriptures as well, because, man, when I think about the individualism, man, I see it everywhere. I see it because when I think about that, I think about these tent cities out here, and these people need some help out here, man. People really do be needing help out here. It's up to us or up to the people that got a little bit of money or a little bit of resources. At least share the resources. Right? We're not trying to, break up what you got going over there, right? You got some good stuff going over there, right? We just want the methods and the resources on how to get there, or at least how to help the next brother or the next sister. We just want to show that brotherhood, man. So we can definitely show that we love our brother and sister like our own self. Because if somebody was like that, we would want them to reach down and grab us, right? It's all about pulling each other up, pushing each other up, building each other, so we can, have that kingdom that we fighting for. Because if we don't, it's just like I said, it's gonna be a lot of a whole bunch of individualism. Oh, I got some money. That's on y'all if y'all broke over there, right? And that's the culture that they push too in the rap game. Well, I got money. You see a lot of grown men fanning the money out, right? What is that move? Is that move stunting on the broke people? Because that's wicked. The Bible says the root of all evil is money. It's somebody that don't got that that's gonna come knock you upside your head if you do that in the wrong city, in the wrong town or state, right? Come knock you upside your head just because you flashed that money on that one video. Oh, you got money. Oh, I know exactly where that is. It's somebody paying attention to you that you don't even know about. Trust me, you don't know about it. They see you. And they just thinking one time in their head, dude, do this one more time and I'm over here broke. I can't stand it. If y'all ever seen the movie Killer Season, I know it's a non-fictional movie, but it's people just like that. It's a scene in there where Cameron, he brought all his cars out on the streets, and then there was two dudes on the other side of the street like this, bringing money out, And we over here, bro, we gonna have to try to rob this dude. You know, that was the plot. They tried to rob. That happens in real life, right? Let's bring out a couple of these brotherhood scriptures. Sheesh. Disappointing in y'all individuals out there. Certain individuals, I'm disappointed in the individualism, right? It's a lot. We're going to go to Mark chapter 12, verse 21. Mark chapter 12, verse 21. Did I do that last week? I think I did that last week. Let me make sure, though. Can never be too sure. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all good? Can never be too sure, man. I know that Passover, though, in Atlanta, it's finna go down. Go down. It don't get too cold in Atlanta, so. You know. One thing they do got down there, though, is the pollen. They got pollen down there. Like, you ever been to Atlanta for a long period of time or something? Or maybe even a short period of time. You'll see the yellow pollen over some of the cars, right? Definitely up in Flat Show. What's that? East Atlanta? Definitely over there. You'll see the pollen on some of the cars, right? But it's finna go up. He's turning up. He ain't never turned down. 1077. Mark chapter 12, verse 31. Verse 31. Wait till y'all get there. Y'all got it. Hope your sisters out there covering your head. Let's get it, y'all. Come on now. Hold on. Before I read this, too. Let me get this real quick. Whoops. Oh, no. Okay, right here. Okay. Y'all ready? Okay, this is the book of Mark. Now, this is what I was just speaking of. You know, helping that brother or sister that's down there, pulling them up right with you. You know what I'm saying? Giving them that financial resource or just resources on how to increase their financial or gain financial stability. You know what I'm saying? It's all about reaching back and grabbing people. What you don't, and what if you don't want to do that's kind of a sign of jealousy, because you don't want this person to be better than you, or you don't want this person to be better than you. Which, if you do that, Slocky, if you do that, I'm pretty sure that the person you helped ain't gonna leave you behind. That's just how we are as people. Oh, you helped me, I'm definitely not gonna stun on you. I'm definitely not gonna you know, the big thing is stunt on you. I'm definitely not gonna leave you starving either. If I go up and you fall down somehow, I'm definitely gonna throw that hand back because you did it for me. And that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? That's how we show brotherhood out here. If that don't happen, then it's just a bunch of individuals, and the Lord don't look at us as individuals. He look at us as a tribe, as a people, not just one, right? That's the most common thing too about Adam and Eve. Like most people outside of the UPK think that these was the first two people on earth, which is a lie. The Lord creates things in abundance. It's not no individual thing. You ever seen, now I'm not comparing this to the Lord and how he creates stuff though, but You ever seen like a manufacturing place? It creates multiple, like, let me see. Hey, we can take this. Now you think this was created one by one? No, it was a bunch of them created at the same time. This was created like this, same create. It's like an assembly line. I ain't saying that's how the Lord created everything. He created things in abundance, but you know. Let's read this. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. Wait, let me see. We're going to start at verse 29. No, we're going to start at verse 28, right? Verse 28. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 28. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? Now let me see. Hold on, bear with me. This is one of the scribes asking the Lord, which is the first commandment, right? Verse 29. And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, not all the people, not everybody on the face of the earth, not everybody ever created, right? It says, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. Meaning, you know, that's obvious what it means, but meaning in everything you do, love the Lord. Because you wouldn't be seeing another day if it wasn't for the Lord. You wouldn't be breathing another breath if it wasn't for the Lord. That little stuff that you like, we can take it outside of DPK. Those drugs, that's the grace, because you wouldn't see another puff if it wasn't for the Lord. The Lord giving you chances to put that stuff down. You say you love the Lord, right? Well, love the Lord and actually do it, because if you don't, it's just a lie. You lying to yourself as well, and the people around you, talking about you love the Lord, but you keep puffing on cigarettes or weed, right? Put that stuff down, man. It's only hurting yourself and your credibility and your what you call that? Not credibility. Only hurting your word, right? You're only hurting yourself in you know, people ain't gonna believe you, because every time you say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit," they see you again, you still doing the same thing, you liar. Right? People don't like to be called liars, so you know, just quit it all together, man. Right? It says, verse 31. Now, this is the part where the brotherhood comes in there, right? Like I said, we have to reach back and bring our brothers up, reach back and bring our sisters up. It's only brotherhood. You know, if you do that and they mess it up, then you know that's a lesson for them to learn. That's a lesson for him to learn. That's a lesson for her to learn. Bring them up, put them on your same playing field. Okay, we here now. What you do with this, it's on you. I ain't saying don't help them again, but I'm saying they're gonna see once they mess this up, or once they don't mess it up. Like, I ain't completely banishing them or completely saying that they're going to mess it up, but 9 times out of 10, no, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10. If they do or if they don't, you still have to be that hand to, you know, help them up again. But if they keep doing the same thing, then you have to elevate yourself as well, you know, to a higher playing field, to where somebody else can start helping them. You know what I'm saying? You helping, like, it's all about lending that helping hand at the end of the day, because we all need some help. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we all need that help, man, especially from the Lord, right? But this is verse 31. This is where the brotherhood come in at, right? And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. These first 2 commandments is no commandment greater than these, right? And when it says love thy neighbor, it's not talking about your physical heathen neighbor. If you have a heathens living next door to you, like a so-called white man, so-called African, the Ethiopian, the Chinese, Japanese, East Indian, a Kamala Harris Indian, so like, yeah, African, I'm pretty sure I said that. Arab, you know, it's not talking about those people. The neighboring tribe, if it's your neighbor, if you Judah, and you got Judah neighbors living next to you, those the neighbors they're talking about. The neighbors that they're talking about is Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali. These are the people that you should help and love as yourself, right? Love these people as yourself. These other heathen nations, they got hands in your downfall. You shouldn't show these people love. Now, I ain't saying don't do business with them, because they do business with us. I'm saying don't show them no love. You're supposed to show the love to your neighboring tribe, like I just named them off. And that's the Negroes. If the Negroes is your neighbors, your physical neighbors that live next door to you, show them love. The West Indians, if they physically live next door to you, show them love. The Haitians, if they physically live next door to you, show them love. Dominicans, if they physically live next door to you, show them love. Guatemala to Panama, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, Colombians to Uruguay, Mexicans, Argentina to Chileans. If these people live next door to you physically, love them as yourself. If we can just see the potential in all of us coming together and recognizing who the true enemy is, we would be soaring right to above to our status, which we're supposed to be above all people on the earth. If we could just come together, that's the big thing first. Come together, recognizing who our enemy is, who keeps us oppressed, who keeps these numbers in rising as far as inflation, as far as rent increases, as far as, you know, things that we need to survive, charging us for stuff that's free. Only an enemy would do that. Charging us for water, grapes, what else is free? Wheat. You can find wheat for the free stuff. Growing things, they charge us to do that. They poison our crops. If we get too far ahead of them, they sabotage. Only an enemy would do that, right? And if our tribe, the 12 tribes of Israel, we start to recognize, man, these people has got their foot on our necks, and they have had their foot on our necks for a long time. If we could just recognize that these people don't got none of our best interests at heart, we might as well just keep it at business with them, right? Keep it at business with them. That's all we have to do. We shouldn't make marriages with these people. When I say marriages, we shouldn't indulge in, you know how on the internets, right? How if a white girl or a white dude can dance or something like that, the so-called black people like, well, I invite him to the cookout. No, they're not invited. Bro. Keep it at business with them. Just because they can dance, or you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. The Bible says our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. If they just knew that this man is our enemy, no matter what he danced like, no matter what she danced like, these people is our enemy. We can't be inviting them to no cookouts. We can't be making marriages with these people. And that goes for all the heathen, the Chinese, the so-called white man, Africans, Arabs, Ethiopians, Egyptians, right? And the list goes on and on with these heathens. You know, it seems like, and that's just probably the spirit of our people. We just, like I said, the Bible said we destroy for a lack of knowledge. We don't know what they're going to do, but we're going to invite them. They invite them to the cookouts. They invite them into their homes. Next thing you know, somebody is unalived. They agree with them taking their daughters as for marriage. Next thing you know, domestic violence, they unalive. And most often, at times, if a so-called a so-called white man is with a black woman, they'll unalive the whole crib. They'll unalive the mama, the kids, the pets, and then themselves. Like, it just, that's why we have to stay away from these people as far as that. We got to keep our love to ourselves. That's the only way we're going to start to rise again and be on top where we're supposed to be, right? Y'all just, when I say y'all, I'm not talking about, of course, the brothers and sisters in the UPK. I'm not talking about, this class is for the masses to hear. Y'all got to get away from these people, man. Build with your people and just do business with them. Keep it at business. Just keep it at business. I ain't saying going out and unaliving nobody. I ain't saying going out and beating up nobody. I'm just saying keep it at business with these people, right? And with that, this is the ISUPK coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We are here in a state near you to teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true identity, which are the Jews that the Bible speaks of, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group, period, man. We don't follow what they follow. We not wearing purple. We not wearing fringes on the bottom of our t-shirts, man. We the real deal, right? With that being said, I'm Officer Kananya. This is ISUPK Milwaukee. Shalom, Israel. Crazy work. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. Woo.
He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's
niggas want me dead. Crackers too, but it's coon ass niggas, they for the feds. My stick full of lead. In case these whole niggas try me, man, I might have to make that bed. No need to even flex. Cause how I walk it, how I talk it, let you know my speech direct. You heard what I said. Another move, your life passing through your mind, now you're big. And I'm fresh like a motherfucker. Niggas hating cause they mom want us. I'm just coolin' by myself, but now they all on me. Shut up, bitch, eat a dick, I don't wanna love you. Sippin' that pool, wow, got your lace up out your shoes now. Look what you finna do, wow, it's hot. Hop around these niggas till you flop. I'm busy getting mine, but all these niggas wanna duck. But it's cool, let me know I'm on the top. Steady in the courtroom, always fighting cops. Call the white man the devil, and that's off the top. So they try to stop my movement with a block, but I beat the case every damn time, so they watch. Waiting on the nigga to try to make me slip up. Walking up on me like homeboy, what's in your cup? Do you have any drugs? Well, let me see the slugs. Make it your bitch ass back, get mad, you ain't getting love. Your wife made you clip your damn nuts, yeah, I know. Crazy what cool people will do for these hoes, but I ain't even pressed. I see why you going on, my nigga, you dead wrong, but never get it on.
Black and white land, shit is crazy. Black and white land, shit is crazy.
I'm freshen up, cleaner than the motherfucker. Good juice in my cup is redder than the blood sucker. Drip on leak, yeah, drip on me. Hey, talking about, but what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, you see these damn bitches, they be choosing on me. But I don't want the bitch, but that bitch drooling on me. I get to walking on the cause she wanna moving with me. But I won't have it cause she easy like spaghetti, homie. Unleashed it to the G. Who is he? That nigga from SC. Get your level straight before you approach a G. Cyan TC 0013. Sits on the stick, it got me cruising off the scene. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, nigga, yeah. They nigga be hating, but they can't penetrate us. Trying to shoot at us now later, but I'ma get you now. Potato on the bow, blank, blow.
But even 30 years later, videos don't necessarily lead to convictions of officers. Advocates for reform say that needs to change.
Shaw, that's it.
Shaw, man, you know what I'm saying? Realest nigga out here, man. Nigga turned up, feel me? Nigga turn the city up, fucking with his music. We out of color right
Where we at though? Where we at?
Greenville, South Carolina, man.
Where we at?
Shout out Shaw, man. Turned up, man.
Damn right.
Fuck with it, man.
Give me that. Right.